class is all about taking back control of your life. So if you are sick and tired of putting your self-care on the back burner, if you are taking care of everybody else and that leaves you exhausted and broke, listen up. So this web class will be about 20 to 30 minutes, and I'm going to walk through the 10 principles to get nourished, the exact principles I share in my 90-day program. We use the 2190 Get Nourished system. So all that this means is over the 90 days, we do 3 different modules. So we'll get started here in just a second. Today's webinar is perfect for you if you want to enjoy your holidays, if you want to enjoy the food at the Christmas parties and New Year's without feeling guilty about having a piece of pie, without counting calories or restricting yourself, without depriving yourself. The Get Nourished System to Success is about adding healthy habits in so there's no room for feeling bad or guilty when we have a cookie or go to a Christmas party. So this is what today's webinar is on. I'm just going to share it out into our groups. If you haven't joined us already in our Get Nourished community group on Facebook, come on over as well. If you specifically want to drop 10 pounds, you can do that for free with our Drop 10 Pounds with Nourish for free. So grab a tea. We'll be about 20 to 30 minutes chatting about that. I'm just checking to make sure I'm streaming properly. If you're here live, let me know if you can see the screen with the lady with her arms wide open that says free web class. I'm streaming properly. If you're here live, let me know if you can see the screen. And share this with your people if you think that they'll like it. I'm just sharing it into our group. So give me about 1 minute and we'll get started. Replay viewers, you can just fast forward a little bit. If you're here live with me, let me know where you're joining from. Drop your favorite emoji. Give me some hearts, some likes. Let me know if this topic is hot. All right, let's get started. Hello, I'm Steph, founder of Nourish, and today's web class is all about taking back control of your life. Have you spun out of control? Are you busy, exhausted, taking care of your family? Or maybe you're a nurse and you're constantly taking care of other people and forgetting to take care of yourself? This web class is perfect for you. And we're going to be talking about the Get Nourished System to Success, the 2190 system that we use in our 90-day program to help people go from hating their lives to loving it. Clients have said that even in month 2, before they're even finished the program, they've completely transformed their mindset. So this is all about no more yo-yo diets. We're heading into the holidays, guys. So if you are getting nervous about holiday parties in the past, you've felt guilty for eating too much, or you're sick of the yo-yo diets, this program and the system is perfect for you. It's also perfect for you if you know at your heart that if you keep going this way, you're going to crash and burn and you won't be able to take care of anyone if you don't take care of yourself first. So you are in the right spot if you are sick of yo-yo diets, if you have stubborn belly fat that just won't budge, if you want to enjoy the holidays and New Year's without feeling guilty about eating treats. You don't want to binge, that's for sure. And you don't want to deprive yourself from life's simple pleasures. Perhaps you want to drop weight, increase your energy, and cut cravings without counting calories. So if you love counting calories, this webinar is not for you. This is for my gals that are sick and tired of counting calories. that want to just eat healthy for the rest of their lives. It's not about the fad diet. It's about, cliche I know, the lifestyle. So if you're sick and tired of being exhausted and putting yourself last, this web class is perfect for you. Listen up. I'm going to be sharing the exact 10 steps and 10 principles that I share with my Get Nourishers who go from 0 to 100 in their lifestyle, who transform their mindset and completely transform the way they think about food, their emotions attached. So I'm going to share that with you. It's an ebook that they get. So I'll pop it open here. How to Get Nourished, the 10 principles to nourish your mind, your body and mind. Written by yours truly, Steffi. All right, guys. Let's get started. So the first principle is food. Everybody wants to know what to eat, right? As much as I don't love telling people what to eat and exactly how many calories and exactly what portions, it's really good to have a safe list so that when you're fired up and you want to eat healthy, you have something to look at. Because in all of our programs, it's what we do instead of what we don't do. Focus on what you can have rather than what you can't have. This is basic psychology. Think about the last time you tried to quit something. What did you think about? You thought about that thing, right? If you tried to quit wine or coffee or sweets, the more you think about it or think about quitting, the more you're going to want to do it. Your brain doesn't hear, don't drink the wine. Your brain just hears wine. So instead of doing that, we just focus on what we can do. This is the Get Nourished way. And all we do is we add things in so that you're so busy adding in the nourishing habits, you don't have time to think about the rest. And say you have a glass of wine or a cup of coffee. It's not about slapping you on the wrist. It's about praising you for all the stuff you did do. So here's our list of safe foods. For those of you that love looking at a list, there they are. And main thing here is if it's grown from the earth, plant-based eating is amazing. We all need more plants, more vegetables, more nutrients. And then high fat or higher fat is always what I suggest. If you're eating eggs, go for free range and free run. No more of those eggs coming from the grocery store that the chickens are in cages. The nutrients in the eggs are so minimal, as well as it's not ethical. So if you eat eggs, I would highly suggest free range, free run. You're going to get your omega-3s in there, as well as the chickens are healthy. If you eat grains, GMO free, meat and dairy, go for grass-fed. So again, this is just focusing on what to do, not slapping your hand for doing the other things. Fish and shellfish, go for wild. Okay, I'm not going to keep going over. You can read these over. You can take a screenshot if you want. The main thing here is we want to increase our nourishment and decrease our waste. We have abundant access to food, yet many of us are malnourished. So I do also recommend actually taking a good quality multi-mineral because our soil is depleted. So unless you're farming your own food, rotating the soil, adding nutrients back into the soil, your food is probably depleted in minerals, and minerals are actually, we need them. So if you have thyroid problems, adrenal problems, your hair's falling out, thinning nails, poor skin, headaches, cramping in your legs, that's all signs of mineral deficiencies. So multi-mineral is what I suggest hands down if you're going to pick one supplement to take. And supplements are useful to help nourish the body. I get this question all the time. Trained as a dietitian, food first is what we were taught. However, food is not the same as it used to be. So definitely be aware of this, and we'll talk a little bit more of it in the next principles. Here we are, Get Nourished supplements. If you're going to take supplements, make sure they're quality supplements. So what's on the labels in the bottle, none of this low quality stuff that has fillers and you're not even getting proper dosages. It's make sure there's quality supplements. Make sure it's convenient so that you're actually taking it. So whether you need to get supplement packs or you put the bottles by your toothpaste or throw them in your purse, have a couple different stashes, make sure it's convenient because it's a habit thing. A lot of people will purchase supplements, myself included in the past, and not take them. So they won't work if you don't take them. And consistency. So I always recommend 21 days. That's part of our 21-90 system. 21 days to make a habit, 90 days to create a lifestyle. So that's what will get you the results. Probiotics are one of my ultimate favorites. Our gut health is directly linked to our skin health, to our mental health. Gut health is important. But guys, you got to make sure your gut is healthy, and we'll talk about that in a further principle as well. So if you have bloating or indigestion, gut health is where you need to focus and heal the gut so that you're actually absorbing those nutrients we talked about and assimilating the nutrients. Okay, so take a screenshot if you want to look at that some more. We're moving right along. Make friends with fat. This, my friends, is my favorite topic. I love teaching on higher fat eating. Anything from the earth, so plant-based fats, increase those. Again, we're talking about what to do, not what not to do. Omega-3 fats, go for your wild fish. Farmed fish does not have omega-3 because the fish are eating grain instead of plankton. So wild fish for your omega-3s, grass-fed products, or supplements. And make sure if you're taking a supplement that it's gone through a distillation process or a double distillation process, because what that means is it's removed heavy metal toxins, because fish in the ocean are swimming along and all of the toxins would be stored in their fat. So fish oil, number one thing when you're looking into a fish oil, make sure it goes through that process so that you're not just taking pills with a bunch of gross stuff in it. All right, fats to eat. Again, just focus on what you can do for your health instead of worrying about reading labels and worrying about good fat and bad fat. Just focus on what you can do, and you'll be so busy trying to get all those good, healthy things in that you'll forget about the other stuff. Principle number 4, move the body. So this will move energy around, as well as get rid of stagnant energy. You don't have to be hardcore, go to the gym, just move your body, whether that's dancing or walking or going to the gym or at-home fitness programs. The whole point of our programs is small daily movements and small daily goals. So it could be 10 push-ups for 21 days straight. Commit to that only. And you're moving the blood around your body, because the last thing you want is for your body to be stagnant and energy to be stagnant. So that's principle number 4. Principle number 5, read the ingredients, not the label. Love this. Label reading is a waste of time. It's confusing. The companies put stuff on there to make you want to buy it. Most of our food from our Get Nourished Foods list doesn't even have a label because it's from the earth. So if you do buy stuff with labels, check out the ingredients. Don't worry about the label. If you would put that stuff in your body, you can see on the bottom left there, that's actually the ingredients in our Nourish bars. So, of course, we know what all that is. We want to put it in our bodies. You want to avoid the gums and the sweeteners and all of that. So, especially if you're looking at protein powders or bars, you want to go for real stuff here. Cravings. So you will have cravings if your body doesn't have the right nutrients. So if you have deficiencies, your body will crave stuff. It doesn't say, give me that spinach. It just says, give me food ASAP. So that's why you might have cravings if you have some deficiencies in your body. If you don't have enough healthy fats, because again, you need healthy fats to absorb your nutrients. So you might be consuming enough vitamins and minerals, but maybe you're not absorbing them properly because our fat-soluble vitamins need fat to get into the cells. So those are some of the reasons why we have cravings, as well as habits. When we get into these habits, just like we do in our program of implementing healthy habits and 21 days to make a healthy habit, we likely have a bunch of unhealthy habits. So in order to break those habits or those cravings, those chips before you go to bed, that afternoon muffin, it's all that it is replacing it with healthy habits. And before you know it, they will vanish. All right, let's move on. Rest and digest. So this is principle number 6 and the secret to getting nourished. So if you have stubborn belly fat that will not budge, it might actually be cortisol running through your body. When we have too much cortisol, the stress hormone, it releases insulin. And then, sorry, two different topics here. Okay, so if you have extra stubborn belly fat, it could be cortisol, which would be from too much stress. So when that's ripping around your body, you store extra belly fat. So we weren't meant to be in the cortisol-driven sympathetic state in the olden days, when we would chase a bear, we would need that state, but then you'd rest. Nowadays, nobody's resting. We're go, 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 go. So that extra cortisol leads to belly fat. What I was going to say about insulin is artificial sweeteners. So if you're eating artificial sweeteners, that tells your body to release insulin. And then the insulin's job is to pick up sugar. But there's no sugar because it's artificial sweeteners. So the extra insulin leads to belly fat. So these are the things that we do in the program. They're red flags that I see in your intake form to help with decreasing that abdominal weight gain, which is one of the biggest issues I see, especially with women and men, actually. Everybody it's the last thing to go, or it's the stubborn belly fat that's super annoying. So it could be that. It could be cortisol. It could be insulin, or it could be sleep. Sleep is also another red flag. If you don't get into this rest and digest state or a proper sleep cycle, then your hunger hormones are thrown off, and again, abdominal weight gain. So that's what I do. I kind of am a detective and help you figure out what it is to decrease that belly fat once and for all. So there's some on the right, some of my favorite ways to get into the parasympathetic state. Again, it's not about getting mad for being stressed out. It's about what can you do to decrease that. We have an awesome float center in Halifax. That's you float in salt water and rest. Some of my other favorites, just really quick, you can go onto YouTube and do a 5-minute yoga nidra. The quickest way is actually just to focus on your breath. Breathing in and out of your nose, that will slow your heart rate down and get you into that state. I go away and I meditate for 10 days. Get into that crazy state. That's when all of our healing happens. So if you have some chronic issues, maybe getting into the parasympathetic state through yoga nidra or yin yoga, massage, reflexology, that might actually be your answer to fixing these problems that have been lingering for quite some time. And let me know in the comments if you have some favorite rest and digest. I have a 21 days to make a habit, 21-day series on YouTube of 5-minute yoga poses that I did, yoga nidra. So really restful poses. If you want those, head on over to my YouTube channel or drop me a comment and I will give you the link. Heal the gut. This topic. So if you are not absorbing your food, you will be deficient. So you could be eating all the healthy food in the world, but you still feel junky. I had a guy come in not too long ago and he was so confused. He was eating salads and raw diet, but he felt like crap. He had no energy. He wasn't digesting or absorbing any of it, and he was getting bloat from it. So here are a couple things to quickly help you with your digestion. Apple cider vinegar is amazing. Probiotic. Healing the gut with some bone broth and collagen powder. This is a whole topic, and quite often the reason people start working with me. So if you have bloat and indigestion, then this... I use the GAPS protocol if you wanted to look it up, but that's what we do over the 90 days to heal your gut so that you can actually digest your food properly. And some intolerances that you have might actually disappear because your digestion is getting back up and we're increasing your digestive juices. So we have different enzymes in our stomach that we need to digest food. Those might be low. So keep that in mind over the next couple weeks. Check out how you feel after certain foods. And if your digestion is low, which a lot of us it is, especially moving into the colder seasons, our digestion decreases. You're going to want to have warmer foods. You're going to want to help your digestion by apple cider vinegar, doing things to increase your digestive juices. I'm going to have a little sip of my drink here and we'll continue on. I'll leave that slide up if you wanted to keep checking it out. And feel free to take screen grabs of any of these. All right. Principle number 8, prep and get excited. We don't use meal plans or counting calories. However, it's really nice to have an idea of how to eat or the system. So here's the system that we used in our programs, as well as an awesome free app where you can go get recipes, because it's often just about getting excited, getting those cookbooks out or having dinner parties with friends, looking on Instagram, hashtag Get Nourished Cookbook if you want any of my recipes. And it's all about getting excited about food. And honestly, guys, if food does not excite you, don't worry about it. There's other ways. We can get you Nourish bars. We can get you pre-made meals. I can help you find these healthy restaurants close to you. So that's what it's all about, is working with what you love instead of forcing. So it's more of a flow system of life. All right, and this is the backbone of why all our programs work and are sustainable. It's the 2190 system. So here's just an example of 7 days. What we do is we have a goals list. So I'm actually going to close this one down and pull up these. So here's our 21 days. We love, as humans, checking things off. It's instant gratification, and it really works. So 21 days to make a habit, 90 days to create a lifestyle. We do 3 of these over the 90-day program that I run. And what it does is it just really drills in the habit. And after the 20 days, you are good to go, and you're likely going to continue on that. The key is making the goals, the daily goals, super small, so that even on New Year's Day, when you're maybe hungover or tired, you can still do it. Look, 10 push-ups, 10 minutes of yoga nidra is pretty spicy. You could even just do 1 minute of yoga nidra as one of your goals. 1 tablespoon of chia with 1 cup of water. So here are just a few examples. In the program, I give many more. But that's the backbone of the program and why it works. Okay, so those are the 10 principles to get nourished. I wanted to share those with you just to give you an idea that it doesn't have to be about counting calories. It doesn't have to be super aggressive. You don't have to deprive yourself. You guys are... Sorry, trying to multitask. So if you are currently yo-yo dieting or stuck in that mindset of an unhealthy relationship with food, or thinking that you have to cut calories, or that certain foods are good and bad, there's another way. And that's what we do. So thank you for coming. If you loved that information, let me know in the comments. And there's lots more. Go check out my YouTube channel. If you are actually interested in joining our November 1st crew, stay on the web class. I'm going to share with you a bonus that I'm offering, as well as what some of our past gals have said. I've run 30 people through the program, so I have 30 gals that love it. Some people are repeats, and this crew is going to be it's 90 days, so November, December, January, right through Christmas and right through New Year's. So this is for you if you are sick and tired of every Christmas and New Year's feeling guilty about eating things and feeling bad about yourself, taking care of other people instead of yourself. And the majority of the people who join are busy bees. So this isn't a program that overwhelms you. You don't have to stop your life. It's all about adding things in. I've had med students, I've had osteopaths, nurses, the busiest of bees do this program and have success. So if you're nervous about that, do not fret. It is incredible. This is how I live. And 2 years ago, I just made it into a program because that's what people were asking. How do you live this life when you're so balanced, but you don't stress out, you don't count calories, all of these things that, it's no fun living that way of worrying about food or prepping your meals 24/7. And this unhealthy relationship with food has to stop. It's no good for anyone. And then the stress of it all is even worse than perhaps that piece of pie that you ate. So here's what some of the gals had to say. Rayanne says, amazing, amazing, amazing. I just finished the program and I highly recommend it. Perfect time to stay nourished during the holidays. So Rayanne did this 2 years ago before Christmas. I love running the groups right through Christmas and New Year's because you see how those are like the busiest times, the times when we're going to fall off the wagon. So this is the ultimate test that this 2190 system works, is doing it right through Christmas and New Year's. Alicia, I highly recommend Steph's 90-day program. It was great, motivating, and encouraging experience. It allowed me to connect to what I really wanted and help pave the way to make it happen. I have always admired Steph's approach. She is a wealth of knowledge and experience, and her kind, supportive nature is inspiring. The program offers support to reach your goals, interactive tools, accountability, and time to personally reflect. It's a great combo. And Danielle says, Danielle is a mom of a young babe. So again, the busiest of bees do this program. Amazing program with an amazing price. Give yourself this gift or have it gifted to you today. The 90-day program really helps you stay focused and achieve those goals you've been working on or wanting to work on. What a perfect time of year to start when you need the most energy but can't seem to find it. Danielle did this before Christmas last year. All right, so how about that bonus? I am taking on